welcome to everybody in this meeting of today's where we will be discussing all about marketing. And to all the attendees, the session is going to be for 1 hour or maybe 70 minutes. So plan accordingly. Also, if you have any doubts throughout the session, you can write in the chat box in the mentor, and I will be moderating the same. And mentor will be answering all of them after completing the topic. So I hope that is clear. Also, once we have the session completed, we can also share the recordings with you. Recordings could be found on our social media platforms and majorly Instagram bio. So that is it. Without any further delay, we are already late. So without any further delay, let's start with the session. I hope you all have your favorite brands, Zomato, Swiggy, texting you all the time with cutie messages or cookie messages. So first of all, we have a very important guest speaker with us. She's Mehak Mahajan. I hope ma'am is here. Okay. So Mehak Mahajan is present with all of us today. She has more than 4 years of experience into marketing, where she is holding the expertise into brand marketing, what is brand marketing, how the content marketing is done, and everything. So majorly, we will discuss how to start your career into marketing, and rest of the things I believe Mehak ma'am would be more right person to deliver. So let's start with the session. I hope I'm audible.
Yeah, you are.
Oh,
Hi, everyone.
hi. So
So,
yes, so let's
I,
start with the session with a very normal question, that what is marketing and how did you start with marketing and why marketing?
I am a political science graduate. I started off, wanting a PhD in international relations, but then something happened, and of course, it is in academia you don't get a lot of money. So it started off majorly because of money. So marketing internships used to pay really well. So I thought that why not try these out. And then I started into content writing, and that's how I started off with LinkedIn. I went on to do an internship in a finance firm, which was Bull Search. I joined Joe Talks as a full-time brand and comms associate. After that, I was working at IPAC. It's a political consultancy firm. So all the videos that you see of Rahul Gandhi or maybe Sachin Pilot going viral, our team was behind that. So all of the people, so everything right now, what you see out there, you all should know that it is marketing algorithm is covering that. Even though the pop-up that just went on your screen while you were on LinkedIn, maybe of a or on Instagram, maybe of a bag, that is because of how marketing works. If you ended up buying something that you didn't want, again, marketing is behind that. So that's how I describe marketing in the most simplest of the terms. It makes you buy stuff.
Cool. I get it. So let's start with the intern part where you told that you interned for the company should have in order to get the intern.
I have my DMs filled right now with students asking the same questions, that what are the
Mm.
skills. Trust me, there are no skills. You do not need any kind of skills. See, very consciously, if you want to get into marketing, just do a simple activity. If you are on your phone or Instagram, I my screen time is, I'm embarrassed to say it, but 14 hours. So mostly I'm on my phone, but this is something that I consciously do, right? So when I'm on Instagram, I make sure that at least I just make sure that whenever I come across a reel, I remember that why is this the particular reel? What made me watch the entire reel? So 1 minute, I spend my 1 minute. Why did I spend that? Or maybe I ended up buying something or clicking on a certain link. What was the CTA that was given? Just do these simple activities and you are sorted to get into marketing, I guess. So what if you are, see, marketing has different aspects. Organic and performance. I take care of organic part. Organic is what you see right now. When you are trying to build followers, real genuine community, that's where organic marketing comes into play. So that's what I feel. If you are someone who wants to get into marketing, these are the simple activities you can start off with. Secondly, I think I don't want to admit it that there are no hard rules like that. But if you're good at writing, I think that is something that that will really gonna aid you in that in the entire journey. So that is another thing. These are the two things I feel when you are able to done these, you have your your certain criteria fulfilled. And now, next part to internships, right? There are not a lot of internships that will give you maybe a certain chance. Like, it was difficult for me. Whenever I used to apply, they used to look at my degree and they say that, this person, they're not from, a certain background. They might not be able to do this kind of thing. I scaled it to 800 followers and I showed it to them that, this is something that I can do for you. If you start something by your own, give them a proof of work, give them that, this is something that you can replicate for them and just send that across. You don't need your degree for that. You're in first year, you're in third year, doesn't matter. Just do that. And I think you're sorted. First internship is like, it's that easy. And you're going to get paid. So no unpaid internships in this house.
Okay, I get it. So when we say that it is important to have you networked, right? Your Instagram, you handle your Instagram, and through that you got your first internship.
Yeah.
So does marketing play a does networking play a very vital role in marketing? That's a
No,
question.
I think when I started off, I did not have any kind of, digital footprint, as you might say, no
Hmm.
followers on LinkedIn or anywhere else. I started
Hmm.
off, I reached out to people now that, you help me in a certain way and they will help me.
Hmm.
I'll help you in that way. Otherwise, I think no kind of intern, network is required. Just start off, build your own portfolio, and I think you're sorted.
Okay. And when we say to maintain a portfolio or something, so is it since we are not doing, since freshers do not have any experience into industry, right? So how one can represent what is.
Yeah, no, yeah, exactly that. Mockups. I am sure, Ritika, you are also into marketing. You must have done, certain kind of stuff. You wrote some copies for, say, some assignment in college or anything else, right? Just very simple activity. Go to Zomato's page, write similar copies to them. Like, if you're reaching out to Zomato, say you're reaching out to this kind of, food tech brand, and you want a similar role. You just do what they are doing, what their marketing page is like. You understand their aesthetic, you understand their tone, brand tonality is there. It's fun, it's quirky, it's relatable. You do that. Once you have that on your plate, send them across. That's how you build a portfolio. If you want to reach out to, say, I have Indeed Air, it's a skincare brand, and if students reach out to me right now, I got 120 plus applications, and on those 120 applications, 20 were the ones that I ended up selecting on those. It was only because they understood my aesthetic. They were writing copy. They sent in some sample work. It was not they had a portfolio prior to that. They especially built something that was catering to my problem, and they were sorting them, they were solving that problem for me, and I immediately wanted to hire. So that's how I think if I work in a certain way, most of the people, we are all humans after all. So we all work in a certain way. So if they are the interns or the people who are reaching out to us, if they are solving some kind of problem for us, I think we're going to hire them anyway. Anyone's going to hire them anyway, right?
Got it, got it. So, Mehak, when we say marketing, we understand it's a very big domain, right? And we talk about content marketing, we talk about SEO optimization, cold emailing. So, how that is divided and how that actually works.
See, again, that is according to your skill sets. Why do we say cold emailing? If you're talking about cold emailing, it's specifically because if you want to generate leads, or maybe, you have, if a newsletter is there, you want to, have that kind of consistency in your brand strategy that people are constantly engaged. So everything that you do, including everything that you mentioned, it's a big domain. Video editing also comes into under this, right? Copywriting is also there. Content writing is also there. So blogs are also there. Everything is included. Whatever you're doing, your objective is to, cater to the people and turn that engagement into tangible business. And the tangible business can be anything, right? If I'm a new brand, I want to build a community brand awareness. So whatever content I'm writing right now, it is catering to people in a way that they want to follow my page. Tomorrow, if I launch an app, if I do that, I want to write the kind of content that will make people ending up signing up for the app, right? Downloading the app. Or if I am running a D2C brand, I'm pushing those links, those kind of copies that I'm writing to, or the newsletters and events that I'm sending. These are the ones which will be, make sure that people end up buying my product, because that's the end goal. So everything that you do, of course, it's a huge part of the big game, but all of them are targeting towards that one thing. That one thing is ending, turning those engagement into tangible business. Followers are of no use. I can tell you, I was working with one client that she had some 5,000 followers and she ended up collaborating with Dior. And there was one Instagram influencer. She was again fashion influencer in fashion domain. Had over 50,000 followers. Did not get any of the such, because brands, they know when they're reaching out to you. They know the kind of followers you have. So you need quality over that. You need quality, whether it's in your portfolio that you're building or the followers that you have. If you have that kind of quality, I think 1,000 followers networking, nothing is required. Just focus on the quality and your work.
Hmm, I get it. So, okay, so when we talk about this, we have a lot of freshers that are, looking for something, for some maybe piece of advice, or let's say for some source of inspiration to start into this field. Okay, so let's say I am somebody who really doesn't know about content marketing, and who is very new to what content marketing is, but wants to enter. So, what are those sources from where I can learn, or I can get articles about? Because see, that is another thing that I'm looking up to a brand and seeing their entire strategy, how the content is working for them. But to understand the content, what are the articles, what are the books or YouTube videos that I can refer to?
I'm being extremely honest. When I started off, I was equally confused. I took on some random courses that were there. Of course, free. Not going to spend any money on this, right? Because I was not sure. So just any random courses I went on YouTube. I just want to understand whatever terms, say CTR or KPIs. What are those?
Hmm.
CPP. What are those? I would just Google them simply to understand what these word means. Just that, nothing else. So do that. Just understand any random course. I'm not going to give you any course name because trust me, I do not follow any. So how can I provide that to you, right? So I am the worst person to ask this question. I did not go through any courses. I of course did go to LinkedIn. LinkedIn has these amazing courses that are there. You can go up to them. At least they'll give you a basic structure. So when you are entering into the sea, you at least have a direction. Just that it'll help you in the direction. It will not help you fare that well, but they might give you a direction. This direction you can work into. Otherwise, they're not such of huge hope, because huge help, I mean, because you see, if you are, until you actually implement that, like I said, building that portfolio, writing that LinkedIn post, writing that Instagram copy, it's very difficult to crack that, because see, you're reading about it and it's like maths. You cannot learn maths by reading it, right? You have to apply those formulas. Same. I hate maths, but I'm saying that because the analogy suits the best. But that's how you can start off. So if freshers, I think my whole community is about college students, and when they reach out, I tell them the same thing. Reach out to people like us who did not know anything and they started off, and you can do the same. Reach out to them, understand what they did, follow their journey. When go on to their first LinkedIn page and realize how LinkedIn post, and you will understand how badly it was written. My first LinkedIn post, I do not even know what I was doing. So replicate the entire journey. That's the easiest thing to do. Copy their journey, learn what they did, do what they did, exactly that. And then you have certain, direction. And once you enter the field, you'll know where to go. But entering is important. So that's how you do it.
Okay, I get it. So, when we search about marketing internships, so how one can find marketing
Mhm.
internships and how one can apply to those? And
Apply it.
obviously,
Yeah.
you're going to face rejection. So, how to, even if they face rejection, so what are the changes and what could be the possible solutions for the same?
You'll apply to 1,000, you'll probably gonna get reply to 10. That's the most I can say, right? It's
Yes,
it's 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 the hard truth. Except that, move on. It's fine. Shoot your shot anyway. Just apply. It's fine. At least you'll get better at cold emailing. That's a plus point, right? But if you want to get internships, of course, LinkedIn is the best platform. Go to the internship, search internships, do that. I know people, you guys are, that great that you're gonna find internships. I know. Now the important point is how to convert them, how to, just get on those calls and make sure that they end up hiring you. That's when this portfolio building comes into play. What example, if you're reaching out to me, I have a skincare brand, right? If I have that, or maybe Gitika, if you're reaching out to her, it's an tech platform. So talk about, tell them about, this is something that I've written for maybe a blog, a LinkedIn post. This is a strategy that I have in mind. Send them a simple strategy, or this is something that I liked about your LinkedIn, and this is something that I did not like about your LinkedIn. And here I can help you, and send it to them. Chances of you getting in through this message to Gitika rather than applying to the link that she sent, they are more, because see, through resume, she's just going to understand what kind of internships you've done. And if I am someone like, I've done political science, I have research internships, no marketing internship. And cut to, if I just send her that, this is something that I've done, you see, and I don't have internship experience, but I know what I'm doing. So I think chances are better that I'm going to convert through a message than to the link, that particular link, because all of the those heavy CVs are going to apply through those. So do that. I think you know where the internships are. LinkedIn is the best for that. And to convert those, just reach out to the founder, to intern also, to an intern. They're going to refer you. They're going to understand that this is someone my age. They're going to happily refer you there. So do that.
Okay. So, are there, so when you were applying, so there were any tips and tricks that you follow, or any quick sentences that made that made that intern or founder buy your services? So, was there something?
Yeah, I remember I used to write that I'm a confused 19-year-old who is doing political science but interested in marketing. And that's how I think they made it. This was something that might have made them, click on the profile. But that's what I did. I exactly follow these footsteps, like I what I just told. I think one thing that I would still do differently is message more people. I used to restrict myself to just, the person who has put up the post. But no, just apply message to everyone. Maybe copy paste the entire message. It's fine. Nobody's gonna discuss about you. Trust me. There are more important things. So we are not that important. And I think when I think about myself, I am not the smartest person, the most successful person in this room, right? It's just that I can just help you because I am someone who was an outsider and I just cracked into it. I somehow made my way into it. So I can help you with that. If you're someone who does not have that kind of experience, how you can crack into the field, that is the best I can help you with. And that's how I did it. I reached out to people. I randomly reached out to anyone. And if there were, openings there, I converted a lot of them. In fact, I did not, I just used to still send up my application to see, what is happening and get those interview calls because if you are on these calls, you get your communication skill better, and you understand the current market trends as well. What is happening right now? You're not that distant. You do that, and once you are done with that, I think you're gonna convert at least one. Have that much faith in yourself.
Okay. So let's say in the meantime, while applying, there are a lot of marketing trends that are coming and going on daily basis, right? We have a lot of Instagram influencers that keep posting. We have a lot of brands collaboration. We have a lot of brands who have different types of content. So how to keep myself updated with all of it? So is it like really important to have a 14-hour screen time, or another ways for doing this could be
See,
possible?
again, worst person to ask because I'm terminally online, so I already know a lot of this. But I think podcasts really help. I did not know Raj Shamani was such a goat at this. I started watching WDF by Nikhil Kamath, and it was an eye opener. Learned a lot of things. So I think do that. Watch podcasts. I think watch podcasts give you a real time update. Also follow a lot of these people. I think if you are into this, follow industry experts. I used to follow all these. I think Vedika, Komal Ahuja. I don't know if you guys have heard the names, but these were people who were really famous. Shreya Patar was there on LinkedIn. So these people were really famous, and they still are. I mean, but I used to follow these people. So you understand what is happening right now. Freelancing. So if freelancing, Sahili Chatterjee is there. I used to follow them. So when I wanted to freelance, so industry experts, you simply follow them, and I think you're gonna end up understanding at least what is happening, part of it. And yeah, being online is important. I cannot say, if you are online 2 hours and then you expect, I think it's important. See, some of the shit posting that you do on Twitter, I love Twitter as a platform more than Instagram or LinkedIn. I'm not afraid to say this because Twitter is the best. So Twitter, I'm there. If I'm there, 2 to 3 hours, and I understand what is happening right now. You understand, these new marketing campaigns that are coming up, and people discuss everything in detail. So firstly, it will go live, discussion will go live on Twitter, then on maybe Instagram or LinkedIn. So be online a little, of course, that is important. But I think podcasts really help. Is a plus. But if you're expecting me to say that I read blogs, I do not. I don't. So blogs are not there on my list. I think a lot of people enjoy that, and I am not, demeaning blogs in that way. Someone who likes reading that kind of, but I think I'm more of a practical person. If I read something, I immediately want to apply. So that's how I do it. I should post and I write a lot of content. So that's how I understand. So if I see something, I see numbers. Like, this is a pro tip, by the way. If you're posting your first LinkedIn post, do this first hook, the first line that you write. It should contain a lot of numbers. If numbers, people immediately want to stop. One of the posts that I recently went viral was it was 148 million. I started off with 148 million because Geeta Gopinathan was there from IMF, and she was in India, and she had this discussion with our finance minister, and she said that India would need 148 million jobs for the next 10 years if they want to justify the growth that they have been having, because there are a lot of young people in India. So that's how this post went viral, because first the hook was 148 million. That's how simple this works. So how did I understand that? It's not I was because I was writing. So you write more, you understand more. So follow people, follow those podcasts, and then write. Write and then understand. This is your game. You have to understand on your own. Nobody can tell you, this is the exact trick that you have to follow. Just experiment a lot. It's a lot. I cannot stress this enough.
Okay. And when we talk about like communication or creativity or problem solving, so how important are these into any marketing domain, any marketing internship or field?
I don't think it's that technical. I feel if you are selling, see, it depends on. I think marketing is all about two things, right? Who you are doing it for and what are you trying to achieve, right? See, if you are a brand that is targeting a Gen Z audience, you cannot write in a millennial tone. Or if you are writing, maybe you're marketing a sleep mattress, right? Now that is if you're writing in a Gen Z tone, I don't think, because Gen Zs are not the ones who are going to spend say 50,000 on a mattress. There's something that millennials will do, our parents will do, because that's the kind of people who can afford something like that, right? So you have to understand who you are writing it for, who you're. So if you have that kind of practical sense about things, that will, of course, you'll get through experience. So don't fret about it right now. Do a couple of internships, understand this more, get into the domain, understand the space, and then fret about this. Then think about this. It's not like technical. There are no problem solving as such, because see, what is the problem right now but that you have at hand would be, I want to sell this product, I want more downloads on my for this app, I want more traffic on my website. This is the maximum you have, right? This is the problem you have to solve. So you'll be catering to that kind of content, you will be creating that kind of content. So that's how it goes. So I don't think it's that technical. I don't. Maybe I have a lot to learn, but currently I don't.
Okay, all right. So there was this one interesting question that I am willing to ask. So there is this marketing, okay, and then there is this advertising. So what is the difference between marketing and advertising?
Yeah, of course. See, marketing is something that will just make everything that you're doing, everything comes under marketing. You're sending off maybe a simple email or Instagram post that is copies based on that. Advertising is when you are asking people to buy something, right? Specifically to cater to that. That is how these are differentiated. Until unless you are, see, sometimes the objective is just to spread awareness. If you are talking about a skincare brand, you're talking about how to remove blackheads the natural way. This is not going to come under advertising. But when you're advertising about, you're talking about your product. Say this is the product that has helped me to work on my blackheads. That's why you're advertising a product. So I think that's how these two are differentiated.
I get it. So you can name as one brand that is good with marketing and one advertising, maybe one advertisement that you loved
See,
recently.
brands, I think I'm gonna take name Ghar Soaps. I don't know if you're aware, not that popular of a brand, but I think when they came on Shark Tank, I think Slurp Farm is already also there, right there. Anushka's brand, Anushka Sharma's. She's engaged with the brand. I think one of the founders, one of the investors. These people have cracked their audience really well, really well. If you see Ghar Soaps, they're doing an amazing business. The profit margins are really nice. They were on Shark Tank. That's how I got to know about them. I know everyone is going to take Zomato or maybe Apple or Nike's name, but again, not these are the brands. These are we're talking about. The sharks of the game. I'm talking about the people who are still there and they are doing extremely well for themselves. So I think Nisher content to the commerce, that is, she has excelled it. But I think she practically lives on internet, and I love that about her. She's so confident every time she's just on the go. You will have see her, removing her wigs right, left, and center. Perfect, best content to commerce. I think same Ghar Soaps is also there. A lot of people who might not know about it, but amazing game. Understanding your target audience. You will see them talking about the best of the. They've cracked it, right? They make sure that their content reaches to people who actually are gonna click, buy, and ending up buy their product. That's the best you can do. I think I'm going to learn from that, just that. Zomato, I think it's different game altogether. I don't feel like we can replicate that. They have such a humongous team for marketers. But if you are a small brand looking to start, or a small person like that, just starting out, I think these are the brands to look into. Amazing, amazing work.
So now we'll search all about that you mentioned recently, Nishya specifically. So yes, they are doing a great job. So apart from the brands, or apart from the companies that are completely dependent on marketing, or the marketing plays a very vital role, there are brands, or there are companies that do not need that much kind of marketing. Okay, let's say IT. There are a lot of IT companies. They do not need the marketing. So, how do you take this? I mean, the scope for marketing, the future scope of marketing, the next 10 years or 5 years from now on, how it is going to look like?
Guys, I think we're talking about two different things altogether. Right? IT is something they need marketing. You don't understand. It's so subtle, right? Google, you end up there is constantly article about it. You don't even realize how subtle it is. And of course,
Hmm.
right? They're not. See, one thing is on the face marketing, right? And
Hmm.
why does that required is because if you are selling a product like that to me, Google is not. They don't care about me, right? I'm not going to buy something, anything from them. So they need a different kind of market. So when we talk about marketing in this aspect, say D2C brands or a brand like Zomato, what they're trying to do, they're and they want you to sign up for the app, right? Download the app. Or a skincare brand wants you guys to buy the product. So that's called on the face marketing. This is very subtle, so we cannot compare the two. Talking about marketing, I think what marketing is, again, making sure that people buy your product. If that is the goal, end goal is that it's gonna go there, right? It's gonna be there anytime. Chat GPT or anything cannot replace, because it doesn't understand how human works, human brain works. That's how what differentiate. You cannot say that it is not gonna produce brown dad jokes. How my dad worked, how my some typical qualities of Indian dads, maybe repairing random stuff on a Sunday. GPT doesn't know that. You know that. I know that because we have similar kind of upbringing. So we all know that, and that's how produce those kind of jokes. Zomato, that's why it's doing so well. I'm gonna give that kind of jokes. You're gonna relate with those kind of jokes, and it's gonna reach the target audience. Then you're gonna sign up for the product, buy the product, and that's how marketing works. It's as simple. So relatable, right? Relatability will come because of me including my brain and not just GPT. I think GPT is gonna help. I do take a lot of help from that to have a structure, or maybe lessen the time for the research that I have on my hand. Otherwise, I don't think it's gonna. I think scope is there, and scope is immense. It's like any other job. If GPT is gonna take over marketing, I think it's gonna take over any of the other job out there. Say the menial jobs, like the blue collar jobs you see, or maybe doctors, engineers. These are the kind of jobs. It's gonna take every job then. So I don't think we are at a position to discuss all of these things.
Okay, okay. I get it, and I somehow agree also. I understand a lot of students would agree to it because then again, AI is not humans. And
Yeah,
talking about this, we have this another word, branding. Okay, it's very common when we
yeah.
say marketing. Marketing and branding comes along with each other, right? So, what is branding and how it is done? How it is different from marketing? And if it supports the same, how does it do that?
No, I think branding we're talking is a long-term objective. So I'm gonna keep it short, right? So branding is how do you want to portray your brand in the long term. You cannot understand the branding in maybe 1 year or 2 year. You experiment, so you market a lot of content, you write a lot of things, you push a lot of things, a lot of ads, which comes under marketing. You create a lot of videos to understand what is your brand tonality going to look like. So that's how branding positioning works. The colors, how are people remember you? Say I say Zomato, you immediately think of red. That's branding. I say Zomato, you immediately think of good push notifications. That's marketing. So that's how these two are different, because this is a long term plan we're talking about, and marketing is something that is short term. See, it's simple to keep in a very simple term. I would say it's like weather and climate. Climate is overall extended period of time. Weather is just one day. So that's how it is. That's how the two are different.
All right. So there is this one question that a lot of students are looking forward to get into marketing, and marketing is something that is relatively easier to crack, right?
Yeah.
So when we say that we have a lot of competitions going, a lot of competition that we might have, a lot of Instagram influencers, a lot of content writers. So how to compete with that, and how to keep your moral high and not, not demotivate yourself. So that is one thing that happens a lot with students. So
Differentiation is not a problem. Just portray yourself as an industry expert. I absolutely love and adore Virat Kohli. It's not because of course, he is the best, but because he had that kind of confidence. When you see you'll not see him nervous. You'll not see him questioning himself over and over again. You need that kind of god complex, and I think it makes life a little simpler. Now, talking this was a philosophical answer, right? Talking about practicality that you can actually implement, do very simple stuff, right? That's what I said. That build a portfolio, very very important. Trust me on that. I'm stressing on this because it is important. And build a profile online. It could be on Twitter, LinkedIn, or Instagram, whichever platform. If you're not someone who's comfortable, making reels or videos or being in front of camera, best platform is LinkedIn. Start on that. What can you write? I can give you 10 different topics right now. Talk about your college life if you're in college. Talk about the competition that you won. Talk about the competition that you did not win, right? Talk about whatever you're learning about marketing. Talk about a campaign that you really liked about Zomato. 5 topics are right there in front of you. How did that will help? I mean, that's not gonna help you now. You're gonna say to that to me, Mehak, how would that help? It's gonna help because when you will send your profile or when you apply for a particular job, they're gonna see that okay, this person can write. Or they will instantly see. When I wanted to apply for a Web3 internship, I started writing a lot of Web3 related content, blockchain. I used to write about cryptocurrency, and they understood okay, this person understands research, this person can write the kind of content, and then I just used to send them a hi, and also they used to reply on that. Okay, this is something that you have written. Let's get on a call. So that's how you're gonna convert. So write because more you write, more you experiment, more you'll understand about marketing. That's how you're gonna convert as well.
okay, get it. So, heck, if we say that, what is that one advice or two advices or many you would like to give to students who are starting their career into marketing or looking forward to marketing? So, what could be those?
This entire webinar has been about advices. I mean, there are no more I can give. Have a little God complex. I think it's very difficult and it's easier said than done, but have that kind of confidence, a little confidence. Push, don't keep pushing yourself. Keep like keep. I think writing a lot of shit content until it's epic shit, as Bariku would say. So just keep write a lot. That's all I can say. Experiment and write a lot as much as you can.
Okay, all right. So, is there any frequency when we say that the personal branding thing, that you can write about the topic, you can let people know which what are you participating, what are you learning right now, on maybe LinkedIn or Twitter, wherever possible. So first question, which platform would be? I guess it would be LinkedIn. And what can be the frequency? So do we need to maintain any frequency, or is it okay to post? Because a lot of people I see post about anything on their LinkedIn, right? And
Yeah.
almost twice a day they post. So what is that decent frequency to maintain?
Objective, I think I'm going to just talk about students. What do you guys want? Internships? Talk about them. Talk about marketing internship? Talk about marketing. Why personal branding? See, I explain this very simply. Why do we do personal branding? If you're talking about marketing, it's practical knowledge. A lot of people might not be interested in that. So the number of followers or people you're going to reach out to, they'll be limited. If you talk about yourself, say a personal story, I posted something about that I did not want to do UPSC anymore. It's a CSC civil services examination, the huge elephant all our parents want us to crack. So I did not want to do it. A lot of people related to it. So a lot of people, it went to a lot of people. It helped helped my content reach a lot of people. Say it actually went viral, so maybe 2 lakh people it went to, and in those 2 lakh, these maybe 40 people were easily there, or maybe less. I'm quoting a less number. 100 people might have been there who would need that kind of marketing content, which I was already posting. So to reach out more people, you have to talk about your personality, your personal part. So personal branding is personal plus business. So talk about your personality. Why is it important? It's exactly because of this reason. That talk about your personal stuff so it can reach more people can come to you and they will stay. Why? Because you're already posting about marketing. Why would a founder accept your request? Okay, they talk about you've written an extremely interesting in LinkedIn post. They might stay because of that. Why would they hire you? Because you talk about marketing. Then okay, Zomato did this one campaign. I really like this about this. This is how it's going to help to convert them, or this is the kind of trajectory they have to follow. Want a finance internship? Talk about stocks. Okay, this is Bajaj Finance. The recent IPO opened up. This is how it performed. Zomato performing has been performing like that, or whatever XYZ you need. Talk about Rakesh Jhunjhunwala, how immense, great he was. Talk about that. Why would they stay? Because you know that kind of content, you understand that content, and why would they come? Is of course because I'm repeating myself now. So yeah, let's go ahead. But you get the point.
Yes. Okay, all right. So now maybe for a while we can have students question.
Yeah,
It's
sure.
right. For next 15 to 20 minutes, we can have students question.
Guys, feel free to write your questions in the comments. It's okay if you don't want to unmute. Okay, I'm a fresher getting a unpaid internship. Who should I take it on? I talked about this, yeah. If you think that it's not a that kind of internship where you're just asked to post stuff, right? Or say just click post button. It's not gonna help you, right? If the learning curve is steep enough, if you think that you're gonna learn a lot of things, take that. Do not shy away from that. I know a lot of people will tell you paid chahiye, paid chahiye. Don't fall into that trap because you need to have a starting point. Take that unpaid internship, and if you think the learning curve is great, otherwise look for another unpaid internship which is helping you learn. But unpaid internship, it is not, you should not shy away from that. But if it is a kind of internship which is not helping you learn anything, you should run, trust me. So that's it, I guess.
Also, this is one question that when we talk about, since we were talking about internship opportunities, so is it, do you think it is easier to crack into any kind of digital marketing firm than to crack into any kind of company directly? So
I
there
I
are a lot of, see, there are a lot of digital marketing agencies that
Yeah.
currently deliver services like content marketing, graphic
Mhm.
designing, video editing to the other companies. For an example, Strong Studio. So
Yeah, of
Strong,
course.
yes. So do you think applying to those would be more easier to crack than to apply into the company?
Yeah, not necessarily. I think if you, I don't think so. It's equally. I think. See, depends on if you're talking about social wash, right? Social wash, it might be difficult because they have that kind of quality people who are sending off their profiles, right? It might be difficult. But if you want to talk about, see, if you are someone who wants to understand how to write, and you have to want to understand, have the kind of industry, I can say differences, difference of options. That's the word. If you want options, if you want to write for an IT firm as well, maybe a personal branding expert for someone like you, Gitika, right? Or an edtech platform or something like that. Go to a marketing firm because they have that kind of options ready for you. You will be working on a lot of different domains, a lot of different sectors, right? So it's a good learning curve. They might pay you less, but that's that. But if you're someone who understands, who knows that this is something that I want to do for the rest of my life, no, not the rest of my life, but for the next 3 months, D2C. So join a D2C firm. So it's not that easy or difficult is not the point. It's important is what do you want to do. So I think that. I think we've got a couple of questions, Gitika, if you can just. Is it fine now?
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah.
So we were on Raju Bhardwaj question. So what are the
Yeah.
best platforms other than LinkedIn for marketing internships or to get marketing internships?
Yeah. Anywhere you can find internships from. Trust me. Don't choose options right now. Don't think about that. I went to Internshala. I got my first internship. It was paying 1,500 rupees, but the best 1,500 rupees of my life because I learned a lot and I was a fresher, so I did not know anything about it. Actually, it was a C-suite. So this woman, she used to do personal branding for these C-suite executives, founders. And I did not know that something like that of a profession existed because we're talking about 2021. I graduated in 2022, by the way. So 2021 we are talking about. I did not know anything of that sort existed. So go to these platforms. Internshala is there. I think Unstop is also doing a great job. To go to these platforms, I think it'd be great. Uh, so wherever you find those internships, take the chance and apply. But if you're asking about, I think Unstop is there, Internshala is there. If you're active on Twitter, Twitter also posts a lot of opportunities. But I think if you ask me the best platform, LinkedIn. Trust me, I have tried a lot of platforms myself. LinkedIn really, really does gives you options. Really does.
Okay. So we have a question again. What is B2B, B2C, and D2C?
Okay, so technical, guys. Okay, B2B is something if you are a charger manufacturing company and you're providing your services to say other charging manufacturer, other D2C brands, like simple terms बताते हैं. So if you are a charger manufacturing company, I manufacture chargers, and Gitika is someone who is going to buy, who sells chargers. So she's gonna buy from them. So it's a business to business transaction. Now Gitika sells these uh, to market to put on marketplaces, say Amazon. So this is business to consumer, right? So consumers are there. We're gonna find you. Now it's G2C. If Gitika has her own website, she's gonna send put those on, and people can buy directly from her. Now there's no commission involved of different, e-commerce websites. No different commission is there, so people can buy it for cheaper, and Gitika can have larger profit margins. Now the best part about this is, if you are someone who is planning to go into business, have your own manufacturing unit because you can save margins on that. Have your own website because you can save margins and commissions from different marketplaces, e-commerce websites. So if you have that kind of money, invest on manufacturing and enjoy the margins. But yeah, pretty much that.
Well delivered. So we have next question by Pradyum Pandey. How to make professional connections in LinkedIn being a beginner?
Professional connections, yeah, I think send. See, I'll tell you. If you're asking me that you don't have a profile, you do not have mentioned your college, anything else, no information is there, I'm not gonna accept your request. Yeah, why would I do that? I know you're not here to learn. I will think you're some random person who's just here. And you're not gonna engage with my profile, so I might not accept it. Have a decent profile picture. Mention your credibles, right? Just where you from, or some internship experiences that you've done. Just fill in the profile little. Look like that this is a real person, not some random bot. So do that, and then it's easy. So one step is done. 50% people will be accepting your profile. Now professional networks you talk about, like I said, post a little, talk about things that personal branding ke bare mein baat karo, make it look like a real profile, an active profile, and there you have it. You have your professional networks, and start off with people. Don't send off, and now you'll say I'm sending it to someone who has 50,000 followers. Now, see, why would you do that? Talk to people who are around you. Say, what I used to do was same. So I was in Delhi University at Kirodi Mal College. I used to send connection requests to my own friends and people who I know barely knew, and maybe to other Delhi University because it's a conglomeration of colleges, right? So other university college students. That's why I started off. I had like 500 plus connections, and it looked like a real profile. I started reaching out to other people. So professional network, don't discriminate between a network or a professional network. Everyone is your professional network. You don't know who's gonna help you. I might, end up starting my own profile. Oh, sorry, so my own business, and I might hire you. So don't differentiate like that. Just have a real profile, work on your profile, and send across your connections.
Got it. So I hope Pradyum got his answer. Moving to the next question, it is from Zafir. I'm a first year CSE student. Should I get into internship that is not related to my course? And will it help me after completing my course?
Yeah, I don't think, I think sales really help you build your personality. So, and marketing also does. If you have that kind of communication skill, it is of course going to aid you. But I would also say that if you have time to do that, then do that. And if you have legit, genuine interest, so don't waste your time also like that. This is not something you want to pursue in life, and you're just doing it for just because everyone is doing it. So have two objectives in mind. If you think that it's going to help you build your personality, and this is something that you want to pursue in future. If it answers and it confirms either of the two options, it ticks either of the two options, go ahead with it. Otherwise, stick to CSE. I know, tech people, you're gonna code and stuff. I don't know, I'm not from tech. So you're gonna code and stuff. So stay in the lane. But if you think that this is gonna help you build your profile a bit little, or maybe your personality, do that. Don't shy away. I mean, we have